Hello and welcome to the Little Theatre in Cleadon Village. We thought you might like to see what the theatre looks like now that it's had some love and tender care. So come this way. During this pandemic, sadly, we haven't been able to produce shows and open our doors to audiences. But thanks to well-earned grants and the generosity of the public, members of the theatre have been hard at work, painting, decorating, and just getting the theatre ready for when we can reopen, all within COVID restrictions, of course. As you can see, we've added perspex screens, we have a track and trace system in place, a one-way system in the theatre, and if needed, there will be social distancing measures for events. I don't know about you, but I really love this new colour scheme in the foyer. It's modern, it's warm, and it really brightens up the place. As actors, we're so happy to say the dressing room has been refurbished. Shall we take a look? Ooh, the dressing room. Like the auditorium, this dressing room needed more than a lick of paint. The walls were very damp and little creatures had taken up residence, but they've now packed their bags and moved out. We've replaced the walls. It has insulation behind every wall. We have new mirrors, really bright lights, and a brand new carpet. And I just cannot wait for the first show when we can use it. And this is where the magic happens, on stage. The electrics have been brought up to scratch, lots more cleaning and painting, and the curtains have been rehung. Shall we see them in action? Curtains! And we've saved the best till last. Prepare yourselves for our newly restored, beautiful, warm auditorium. Shall we take a closer look? We are just so pleased with how it's turned out. We've got brand new walls with panelling, which looks both traditional and timeless, and a whole new heating system with brand new radiators. The place is just so much warmer and more inviting. And we have new lights, which can be dimmed at the flick of a switch. Oh, plus, have you noticed the new carpet? With the new updated decor, the auditorium looks fantastic when set out in our house seating layout. We can't wait to open our doors and invite you along to a play, a show, and also perhaps to enjoy a coffee or a glass of wine. Please keep watching out for updates on our website and Facebook page. In order to appreciate just how amazing this transformation is, let's speak to the two men responsible, Graham and Tony, or G&T, as I've heard they like to be called. So, Graham and Tony, tell us a little bit about what the theatre was like before you started the renovation.
Well, the theatre, when we first came into the auditorium, was in a bad state of repair.
What do you mean by bad state of repair?
Well, there was a bad smell of foisty smell in there. That was one of the things, and I knew when we would find more problems as the job went on, and we start taking the old paneling off. We found straight away that the joist between the wall and the floor was all rotten. Hence, that's where all the damp was coming from.
So, have you any idea where this damp was coming from?
We identified quite early on that there was quite a few leaks coming through the roof. So hence the water had penetrated down, even as far as the joists. The floor joists have had to be replaced in certain areas. They were absolutely rotten. So, but we didn't realise until we were removing stuff, and there was just more and more problems. But Graham, his expertise, and I've helped him along with the job, and we've got to the stage where you see now. So we've identified that we need to do quite a repair job on the roof, which unfortunately entails quite a bit of money. But Graham and myself are going to undertake that job with a few of the volunteers, and hopefully we'll make the roof watertight and get a lovely finished job for the theatre.
So what are the consequences if we don't fix the roof?
So what would happen is when we put the new panelling on the wall, you've got insulation in the wall as well, a vapour barrier, but if the water gets in between the gap between the insulation, vapour barrier and wall, it'll just get saturated with damp behind that, and it'll just start penetrating through, and hence you'll ruin everything you've done. The reason why we didn't do the roof first before the renovation is because you couldn't see what was behind. Until we start pulling off the old panelling, then it exposed what the problem was from outside. So every time it rains, it's like a dripping tap, a leaking pipe. It would keep dripping behind the walls and eventually cause a pool of water. It stops raining, that starts evaporating, gets into the timbers, causes wood lice, causes everything. So until we took that off, we couldn't see what was wrong.
Yeah, so the plan going forward for the roof, first of all, we've worked through the winter months, which is ideal for indoors. We need a break in the weather because the roof has to be bone dry in order to carry out the repairs. So the next stage for us to complete this renovation is to get the roof sorted, but we do need that break in the weather.
Thank you, Graham and Tony, for that explanation. And this is why we need your help and why it's so important that we fix this roof. Otherwise, all of this hard work will be for nothing. We really love our little theatre. It's an important asset of the community, from our senior club to our drama geeks. So please help us by donating to the link below, or you can message us on Facebook and join us in raising the roof.
Theatre has the ability to transport you to other worlds. It gives you insight, it allows you to inhabit alternative psyches.
I love drama because I love having all my friends there and being able to act practically all the time.
It's one of my favourite things to do on a Saturday. It's so fun and it helps for my big career that I want to do when I'm older. So please raise some money to fix the roof.